Yeah, so there's always like a 30-second delay there. So, and then once we're there, we're gonna go.
All right.
All right. I think we're live. That's the thing, with these things. You never quite know when you're live or not. All right, guys, welcome everyone to Beat the Game. My name's Steve, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Precon. And today we're going to be putting these decks in action. And I have a special guest who joined me on the first Beyond the Precon in action, Mr. Bill Jolie.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful evening.
Hope everybody's doing all right out there.
Well, we got at least one person watching.
All right. Well, hello, one person.
Are you the one person?
Say hi, everybody.
There you go. And what were you saying?
So, yeah. Appreciate the invite to come back, play again.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? We can do this as a recurring theme. Like I said, right now I'm up to Thor that just released today. So that means we have Cap. So we still can do a video with Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, because I did Spider-Man. We did She-Hulk and Black Panther last time.
Right.
And yeah, so we still have like 4 characters that are still on the ballot. So
okay, well,
we can do
put
something.
me down.
Yeah.
Put me down.
Put you down. I'll put you down. It might not be every week, but every couple of weeks there we can have a little thing, or even if it's once a month, it's like you said, it's no big deal. It's super fun and it's always interesting. And yeah, so today we have the option. We're going to be facing off against Ultron. We can do it either in standard if you want, or we can do it in expert. I put the cards on the side there. So whichever one you feel more comfortable with. I'm good either way, because these Captain America and Iron Man are 2 pretty strong characters.
Okay. Yep.
So even with the precon stuff, they should be able to handle expert Ultron if you feel like it, but no pressure.
All right, let's try it out standard. See how it goes. Yep, I'm good with standard. And
hey, I'm good with standard. Goodbye, Under Fire, Exhaustion, and Master Plan.
I mean,
garbage.
It's Ultron. I remember posting early on whenever I first got into the game. I could not beat Ultron to save my skin. But and later on I was able to finally beat Ultron using a Black Widow precon deck, and I just was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, that was fun, because I had all these preparation cards out there and was able to stay. It took forever, it seemed, but Ultron game can go for a long time.
Oh yeah. Black Widow Justice is super control-y, and she can just whip the floor with Ultron. Like even on expert, I remember I was playing the precon versus expert Ultron as my first game, and I could already tell she is just so much control. You just set up fast and then just there you go, no problems.
Yeah. Especially
with under surveillance and all those great cards that come in her kit there. It's super solid. All right, so do you want to share your deck? So you built us an Iron Man deck, and your deck is I shared that in the description of this video. So
okay, yeah, and you know what? It's subject to change if you see something in there. But whenever you're just using the core set and you're playing Justice, and we haven't released any other Justice cards other than there was a followed card. Remember that upgrade that came? It's one of the back cards in Captain America's deck, because that's all we're playing with tonight is the core box, and we're playing with cards that was in the Captain America set, right? That's how I built this one. Yeah,
correct.
So that leaves me with 4 allies. We have Jessica Jones, we got Daredevil, Nick Fury, and Mockingbird.
That's
and
good.
So that's probably some that'll also appear in yours as well. Because at this point we're just kind of limited to how many. I mean, you got a lot more with which one are you playing tonight? Are you playing Captain America in
just Captain America and Leadership?
In Leadership. Okay, good. So I decided to put in the 3-4 Justice cards. I really like those. I play with those regularly anyway. Those are cards. Spending that mental resource, we're able to get 4 threat off the board for a cost of 2. I also included 3 cards that I don't play with very often, but I'm kind of excited that we're playing in a limited format because it lets me play with cards that I don't normally play with. I picked 3 emergency cards to put in my deck. Don't normally play with emergency, but a couple of things here. I know that Ultron, there's one of his main schemes that you cannot remove threat from. So if you can prevent it from being put on, because that's what this card says, emergency, when the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat scheming by 1. So that'll take away 1. Yeah.
Correct. So just, you got to be careful. So it won't prevent it from going on naturally though.
Okay.
So it, like, you know how it goes up by 1 a turn or 2 a turn?
Yes. Right.
So the villain has to scheme.
Has to scheme in order for that to happen. Yes. Okay.
So it's good, but it's great for especially Tony Stark when he wants to stay in alter ego in the beginning.
Yeah, because it's an interrupt that you can use in your alter ego form. The other thing that I like about it is we've got some Tony Stark attack cards that use the energy resource, and that's down here on the bottom of the card too. So we got energy, you know, that's 2 extra damage if I draw that whenever I'm doing that repulsor blast.
Correct.
So I thought I'd just put in some energy today, and also some other preventative measures. I really wish this card, great responsibility. I wish that was an alter ego card, because then you could like flip the hero or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. But
yeah, it's cool. I don't normally play with the great responsibility. I do enjoy it with a She-Hulk deck normally. If I know the villain's going to scheme for a lot, I can just take that as damage. This is a card that I love in multiplayer with a high health hero. Like She-Hulk and Justice is brutal, but if you flip her and then you can use these cards, and then they can fuel, if you're an alter ego, you can still fuel your the law school there. I forget what it's called there, law division. So that's a great card. And again, with She-Hulk, with a recovery of 5, it just makes perfect sense. So yeah. So for Iron Man, you kind of want to have his armor though.
Yeah, you want to have his armor. So I got all the resources, resource generators here: strength, genius, energy, the power of justice. I did pick 1 interrogation room. I don't think I can put 1 on your board, and that's the reason why I only chose 1. So
yeah, so that's kind of annoying because of it's the only card that doesn't have a play under any player's control, and it doesn't make any sense because there's so many other cards in the same format that do that in the same kind of like, oh, do this, and your guy, like the Thor, the one with Thor there, the Battle Fury, play this under any player's control. If he defeats a minion, he readies. But I don't understand why that particular one. And I've asked the question to Caleb and Boggs, and I never got an answer. So I was like,
well, maybe you can get it from Boggs now. I don't know.
Maybe. But when he's in China, he's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? I don't care about this anymore.
Leave me alone.
Goodbye."
But the interrogation room, I wish I could give that to Captain America simply because of the retaliate with the shield. You know, that he just wiped the board with that, right?
Oh, it just says retaliate in general when a drone hits him.
Yeah. Then remove a threat. So we got Avengers Mansion Helicarrier. I did put I put 2 copies of Followed in there.
Yep.
1 cost for 4 damage off of a scheme. We've got some schemes in our deck, in our villain deck today.
Yep.
And of course, I can gift you 1 of these.
I was just about to ask, did you put 1 in there for me?
I brought 1 just for you. So.
Oh, there you go. I have nothing to give you today, so
it's okay. Well, maybe I'll steal your helicarrier today. And then I have an enhanced awareness.
Yep.
I like these cards. I don't know how many people play with these. Do you play with these often? The enhanced cards very often?
With Iron Man, I do. With Iron Man, because before the Quinn carrier, that was my source of aerial. I would just be like, I put 1 on the table. I have aerial. I normally put 2 in my deck as well, just because, and then I know when I put him on the table, and then I just use him. And because I go through my deck so fast, once one's gone, I always have the next one. But normally, you can even argue that 1 is enough. But if you have a 40-card deck, then you're good.
I also made the mistake early on of not using it as a hero resource. I was using it in alter ego. Somebody called me out.
Oh yeah, well, Yeah, the people are quick to call you all on your mistakes, but that's okay because that's how we learn.
Oh man, I've learned so much from you, from the viewers in the videos that I've been putting out. It's like made that mistake, and hey, I just learned from it, and I don't mind it at all. I don't mind a bit.
And you move on. One of the big key factors of that when you start playing, and especially when you're putting out content, is you're trying to be entertaining. So your attention is divided between trying to keep it fast paced and moving and trying to do the interactions. So sometimes it's not out of like, I don't know the rules. It's sometimes I just like, oh shoot, if I would have read the card, I would have been fine.
My biggest fault is I may read the card when I put it out there, but then after it's set on the table for a while, I'll forget that I'm like, oh yeah, that was there. I needed to do that. So anyway, but again, the viewers are gold when it comes to trying to help me learn my way through this game.
Brant thinks it's pretty uncanny because while he's playing the game, I remember everything on his board. I remember, and I'm like, hey, you forgot this. And I think it's just like, my job is all about, remembering, sorting, organizing stuff. So I do that, even with my new job. My old job, that's all it was. It was just like, you're in charge of a group, and then just make sure that, everything is working well. So I find that my personality, my work brain kind of transfers into my play game sometimes. And people are like, so that's why sometimes like, oh, and sometimes I know it gets across like, oh, Steve, you're telling people what to do. And I'm like, yes, I'm just trying to make suggestions because efficiency is the only thing that works in my work brain. I'm like, it's all about being efficient. My wife hates me for that. Like she despises, stop managing my time. She always says, I'm like, okay. And to answer Robert's question, yeah, Robert, we are putting in the Doomsday Chair. MODOK is coming back because when we played our first game, MODOK came for the last round. So he's a little sad. So he wants payback. So hopefully he'll get some more me time with Ultron there.
Yeah. Rest of my cards in my deck are ones that everybody knows. They're all hero cards. So that's pretty much it for me. I'll just go ahead and start shuffling. And people, the only other thing I got is I got some nifty little counters here.
You got some drone counters. I want to.
So whenever I throw out a drone, I can toss one of these guys on top of them.
I need to print me some of those.
I got those on Hall of Heroes.
Just printed it on hard cardboard and then. Yeah.
I guess something I need to keep in mind is I'm typically a solo player. So do these drones, are they power and scheme, attack and scheme too? Is that what it is?
1-1. They're just 1-1.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if in multiplayer.
No.
I don't think I've ever played Ultron in multiplayer before.
Oh man, Ultron 4-player, it's craziness. There's tons of drones. That's when you like the cards. That's when your War Machine ally becomes amazing. 1 damage to everything on the board. You're just like, all right, I'll take 2 damage and clean house. Kaio Graco, good evening. Good evening, Kaio. All right, so my deck is pretty simple. I have a leadership build with Avengers Assemble, lead from the front twice. I have 2 strengthened numbers to use my allies. Basically, I'm going for a strategy called Pump Your Hero, which is going to try to make Captain America stronger and try to activate a couple of extra times. So I have 3 make the calls. Mostly it's going to be to go get Squirrel Girl in the beginning. And after that, it's going to be to go get Hawkeye, because Hawkeye is going to be able to kill the drones as they come in. Oh, no, it's right. We're not playing expert. So yeah, Hawkeye doesn't matter, but he's still 2 damage to a bunch of stuff. Then I have the double resources, powers of. I have the Triskelion to have 4 allies. My allies are Squirrel Girl that deals damage to everything, Hawkeye that deals 2 damage, Falcon, Maria Hill, and Nick Fury. So we can draw some cards. So those are my friendly allies here. And then I have an honorary Avenger because I'm going to want to keep Maria Hill as an Avenger, I think, at one point. Or I'm going to make Agent 13 an Avenger. And then I have Avengers Mansion, Helicarrier, And Tenacity is the one I'm going to be playing because his Super Soldier Serum gives me the physical resource I need to ready. So once I get to play a lead from the front and an Avengers Assemble, I can pitch a card to ready, and then I can use my physical resources to ready again and again and again. So in one turn, I might be able to do like 5-6 attacks. So that's the game plan for the end game. So that is my deck in a nutshell. And then I will also shuffle so we can start get ready. All right. So the first things first, do you want me to be first player for the ally rebates? Because if I get a Maria Hill, we can each draw a card.
Yep, that sounds great.
All right.
That would be great.
Oh yeah, having an extra cards. Now don't forget that Ultron places the drone first. So the first card, you don't draw your hand, you place a drone first. So I might lose my helmet. I could lose my shield here, which is a terrible thing. And it would only be fitting if it actually happened on turn 1. It'd be very, very amusing to our viewers and probably to myself as well. All right, so these are shuffled. So yeah, we are shuffling our 2 obligations, the Ultron cards, and the Doomsday Chair, and the standard encounter set. So we're going to be shuffling all of these. Normally, you're supposed to shuffle these obligations after, but because we're not adding any extra cards and we aren't putting any cards in front of us as encounter cards, it's okay to shuffle them in right from the get-go. But
right.
if you're playing against Claw, you normally do it after because you have to discard until you get a minion. So you have to do the pre-game effect first, and then you do the thing. All right, so before we start, let's put ourselves a drone. I'm gonna get out a few tokens here. I'm gonna use the damage tokens to represent the drones in front of me. And I'm gonna put some tokens in front of you to represent the drones in front of you. So can you see my board pretty well?
I can see it. Yep. I can see just.
All right. So I will draw my hand, which is a double helicarrier. Oh, Christmas. We do get the Maria. 2, 4.
All right.
And another double, 5, 2, 4, 5. And a heroic strike. So that is 6. I don't think I want to use a heroic strike right now. So I'm going to just pitch this heroic strike to get one more card, which is a shield toss. And then I'm going to search for my bouclier, my shield. And is it gone? Is it gone? Oh, no, it's not. All right. So lucky me. It is not gone.
Okay. I drew the armor. Mark 5 armor. I drew the powered gauntlets, Stark Tower, 2 emergencies, and 1 great responsibility. So I'll toss those 2 at the beginning here. And the Mark 5 armor or the powered gauntlets. I also like Stark Tower.
So if I can help you out in your decision.
Absolutely. Here. Absolutely.
So
sure.
The Mark 5 armor is pretty expensive. So you could always toss it to pay for the Stark Tower and then fetch it again. So basically it kind of renews itself.
Yeah.
So those are your options. You could toss it because if you know you're going to be playing Stark Tower, it's not a bad idea. And you can stay down this turn because I will take care of your drone. And then Ultron only schemes for 1, so we should be okay.
Okay, so I think that for my mulligan, then I'll just hang on the Stark Tower, powered gauntlets, and grab 4 more cards. So we grab 4 Justice, followed Repulsor Blast, and 4 Justice. And I need to start on my alter ego side. And then so during my turn, it says I have that futurist ability where I can
actually do that. And one thing when you're playing in multiplayer, if you want to make the game go faster, you can, here, I'm going to take my action right now. You just say, hey, I'm taking my alter ego action. And
gotcha.
And then you do it.
Okay.
And then it just makes the game go a little faster. when you're playing in multiplayer. All right, so without further ado, so I will spend 3 resources and I will play a Steve carrier. But I might be able to share this one. I will use make the call and a oh no, sorry. I'm just going to use my helicarrier because she only costs 1. Wait, I'm going to use my make the call. Sorry about that. I'm going to use make the call, or I could keep make the call and bring her back next turn as well. So what do you think? Do you want to use my helicarrier now to help you set up, or I can make us draw more cards next turn?
I'd say, why don't we just go ahead and play Maria Hill now? All
right, so helicarrier, Maria Hill. We both get to draw a card. Oh, nice.
A Mockingbird.
Oh man, I'm debating now if I want to keep that shield and just play an Avengers Mansion. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting, because then I have nothing to play this with. So you know what? I will do the crazy thing, and I'm going to spend 4, and I'm going to play a mansion, and I am going to give you a card.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you.
Maria Hill will kill your drone, and I will punch my drone. And it's a double, man, all 3 of my double resources, turn 1. All right. So now we know that those are spent.
Okay.
We're good. All right. So it's your turn, sir.
All right. So I'm going to use my futurist ability. I'm going to draw. I did get Daredevil and Mockingbird through those card draws. So I got the Power of Justice. I've got Enhanced Awareness, and I drew Jessica Jones. Oh, wow. So
you get to keep 1.
I think I'll keep the Power of Justice. Yeah. I can use that to pay for Daredevil.
So the most important thing right now that you can do is find your armor pieces and become a hero.
Start working. Yep.
Yeah.
So how about if I put out that Stark Tower? I'll use 2 resources to put out Stark Tower. That allows me to go find the topmost tech upgrade from my discard pile, put it into my hand. I do have a Powered Gauntlets in my hand. Exhaust Powered Gauntlets, deal 1 damage to an enemy, 2 instead if you have the aerial trait. So I think I'll go ahead and use that Stark Tower to find that piece of equipment that I had thrown out earlier, that Mark V armor.
That's the big one.
Then we don't have a side scheme in play currently, correct?
I think you can play both, right? 3 and 2?
3 and 2. I can get them both out. Powered Gauntlets and the Mark V armor. That'll increase my hit points by 6 up to 15. I'll go ahead and do that. And these will be my resources that I spent for it.
Perfect.
So I'll stay down.
Yeah, perfect. So that was a very productive turn 1. It's kind of sad that I did lose my shield, but hey, I'm good with it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I got myself a serum. I got a fearless determination. So we should be okay here. All right, so first things first, we're going to place 2 threat on the main scheme. Ultron wants to attack me. You know what? I am just going to defend for 2. And after he attacks me, choose to place 1 threat on the main scheme or a drone. So he's going to attack me for 2 plus nothing. So I take no damage. And then I will place a face down drone who will attack me for 1. And then I will go down to 10 hit points. I forgot to set my hit points. He is then going to scheme for 1 plus 2. So that is 3. So that is going to take it to 5. So that's good, because if we don't get an advance, we're fine. So 1 and 2. Rage of Ultron. So he wants to attack me. And then I will block with Maria. So he's attacking for 5. And then I'm going to place a second drone. And then I'm going to discard Ultras attacks you, discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt. So Maria took 5 damage. So I will lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And that's fine because I want to find my shield. So I don't really, that doesn't really bother me.
Right.
And then your encounter card is an assault, which will surge into an android efficiency. We each put a drone in front of us. All right. So now I've got 3 drones. I've got drones. I got drones. All right. So I'm going to call for an action and play a Fearless Determination and draw a card. It's my apartment. I was hoping for Squirrel Girl, but it wasn't Squirrel Girl. So you have 1 drone in front of you, correct?
Yep. Got 1 in front of me.
All right. Did you get some more armor pieces?
I did. I got me some powered gauntlets.
All right.
Don't
and
think
you
I
only
have
5 cards?
I should have 6. There we
Should.
go. Arc
there you go.
There we go. Thank you. And then we can use our, let me see what I've got here in my discard pile. I don't have any armor in my discard pile, but I do have.
So what does that mean? What can you do to make one in your discard pile?
I could spend 1.
There you go.
Spend 1. So how about, we could use that Tony Stark futurist ability now too. See what I, yep, that might toss 1 over there too. So let's see what we got here. We got emergency, we've got interrogation room, and we've got the genius card. Genius.
Oh, money.
Okay. I also got Nick Fury in hand.
Probably not a bad idea too, because you have a nice opportunity here. Now, Nick Fury does sound really good, but you have a better opportunity with Pepper Potts.
Gotcha. So I can spend 3 resources, maybe the arc reactor and the genius to put out Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
And that put the genius on top.
Correct.
All right. And then we'll use that Pepper Potts. And she can do that in either alter ego or.
Correct.
And we'll do that to use the 2 resources for the genius to put out the powered gauntlets.
Sounds like a plan.
It gets me some armor. And then we can use our Stark Tower to go find our arc reactor. And then with, let's see, it cost me 2 to put out the arc reactor.
Now, I can help you here. What I can do is I can reduce with the helicarrier if you need to. I can reduce by 1, so you can play an enhanced awareness and you can play your reactor.
Okay. So I'll use supersonic punch to put out enhanced awareness.
Correct.
I'll have to flip over to my hero form to use it.
That's right.
We talked about that. So here we go. Tony pops over to Iron Man. We're going to use that enhanced awareness to put out the arc reactor. Exhaust arc reactor to ready Iron Man. So now while I am in my hero form, I can, you've got some bad guys in front of you, or you're all
I got 3 in front of me, and I was thinking I was going to go down this turn to be able to set up a couple of cards on my own.
Okay. So I could exhaust the powered gauntlets, both of them, to knock out 2 of your guys.
Thank you. So make the call in a shield block.
Iron Man is going to exhaust to knock out another drone of yours.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, perfect.
Or should I take out that threat over there?
Well, I'm going to remove 3, and you get to ready and remove 2, so we bring it back down to 0.
So I do have that drone in front of me still.
Yeah.
Should I knock him out, or should I?
He's only 1 damage.
I'm 15 health, so I'm doing pretty good. Let's get rid of the threat.
Yeah. So that goes down to 3.
That was a nice turn.
That was a very nice turn.
That was a great turn.
That was a great teamwork turn.
That was. Right. Thank you for the suggestion there. You caught that. Pepper Potts is a good catch.
Yeah, because the thing is, most of the time people will play Nick Fury.
That was
draw 3 cards.
Yeah,
but
that was my motivation.
Yeah, that was your goal, right? But Nick Fury's only there for one turn. Pepper Potts will be there for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Nick Fury's kind of like a trap, but he was good. Don't get me wrong. He could have been a good play. You might have gotten a couple of double resources, but by doing the math real quick, I saw that you could put Pepper Potts. You could get your 2 other pieces of armor out. It was just too good to resist.
I mean, then I got that extra resource to spend now with enhanced awareness as well. So, and the other nice thing is, if I look through my discard pile, I see that I've only burnt 1 double resource so far.
Yeah.
So I've got some more in there that I can use later.
Exactly. And it'll come back. All right. Yep. So I'm going to draw a card with my Avengers Mansion. It's a heroic strike. All right. I am going to pitch a shield toss to do this all day. I'm going to remove 3 threat, bring that down to 0.
That's great.
I am going to spend 2 to play my Super Soldier Serum. And my apartment, I will flip down to Alter Ego. I will recover for 1 and draw another card. It's a Tenacity. Unfortunately, I cannot play them. So what I will do is I really want to go find that shield. So I'm not too worried about setting up Tenacity or Heroic Strikes right now. So I'm more worried about getting my my stuff ready to go. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I do got a Squirrel Girl, so I'll be able to kill all the drones. So don't be shy to put some drones in.
Nice. Also, I noticed in the chat there, Ken pointed out that we need to play Pepper Potts ASAP.
And okay, so I don't disagree. But Pepper Potts, if you don't have a double resource, don't.
Gotcha.
She's good with a double because then she repays herself with a double. But unless when you are playing as Iron Man, especially in solo, you want to get those armor pieces as soon as possible. Now you have 4 out of 7, so you're doing really, really well. And in your honest opinion, Ken, it's good. It's good. Like I said, it's not bad. But Pepper Potts with a double resource is money. Pepper Potts, unless you have nothing else to play, then yes, put Pepper Potts. But if you go back and see the turn we had, it was great because we got 2 armor pieces down and Pepper Potts down.
Yeah, and enhanced awareness.
And an enhanced awareness. So we got 2 resource generators down. 1, of course, is limited, but it doesn't matter. We'll find our boots pretty soon. All right, I have my hand size of 6.
I got the Repulsor Blast. I got Strength. I got another Repulsor Blast. I've got the Rocket Boots, and I've got Heroic Intuition.
Oh, there you go. This is a money turn. All right, so we're going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. You were first player, so Ultron will be attacking you for 2.
And let's see, what do I want to do? After Ultron attacks you, place a threat on the main scheme or put the top card of deck into play. So we're not afraid to put the drones out, correct?
Correct. Unless we get the enhanced drones, then we should be good.
All right. So we'll just
take it to face.
Yeah.
All right. There's MODOK. So he came to give you a little love tap for 2.
Smooch. Yeah.
A little love smooch. So attacks for 4.
Takes me down.
Then you got 2 drones that attack you each for 1.
Yep. We'll put that other drone out there now.
He is going to scheme for 1, and there goes an advance. So that is good. If we can keep that on stage 1, it's money. And then 2 cards. All right. First one for you is Swarm Attack. So each drone will attack you for 1. So you'll take 2 hits.
Boom, boom.
And then I will take Repair Sequence. So there is no drones engaged with me. So it will surge into Biomechanical Upgrade, which will go onto a drone, which will surge into an Android Efficiency, where we each get a minion in front of us.
All right.
All right. And now it's back over to me. I will not heal and draw a card. There's a Tenacity. What does your turn look like?
So I've got a repulsor, 2 repulsor blasts. I do
And
have
some
the
boots.
strength card. I've got the rocket boots, and I got heroic intuition.
All right. All right. So let's start doing some damage. I'll get rid of all the threats. And then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to use my lead from the front. You don't really need the resources, right? Here, why don't you draw a card and see what you get?
All right, I'll do that. I'll draw a war machine.
Oh, that's another good one to just put down, and he can kind of just take out all the drones too.
Yeah.
And we can just kind of use him if ever they start swarming us.
Right.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my helmet. Actually, I'm just going to use my serum to play squirrels, which will deal a damage to everything. So all the drones go away except for one. The one with the enhancements stays. Yep.
And that's on my side of the board. So.
Yeah, but I'll just use Squirrel Girl to take it out.
Okay.
So she'll take it out for you.
Got my Avengers Mansion back, my For Justice back, and my Power of Justice.
I'm going to use Fearless Determination to get a +1 thwart and draw a card. Hey, it's Hot Guy. Perfect. I will thwart for 3, get rid of all of this. I will then use 1, 2. Actually, I should build. I'm going to spend 2 to play a Tenacity. I will use an Honorary Avenger to play my helmet. The more cards I can put on the table, the better.
There you go.
And I don't really need Hawkeye, so I'm just going to pitch Hawkeye to do this all day. And I'm going to punch Ultron for 2, take him down to 31. And now you also have a helicarrier for your purposes.
Good deal. All right. So my hand is Strength, Repulsor Blast, Rocket Boots, Heroic Intuition. So I could, would you like to have the Heroic Intuition?
So you have a couple of good options here that you can do. So I just reduced the cost of the next card you're going to play by 1.
Using the helicarrier. The War Machine would be a good cost reduction, right?
Yeah.
War Machine out. We can use Strength and one of those Enhanced Awareness. Do I need to yet? Do I need to use?
I think you could keep the Enhanced Awareness. I don't think you really need them.
Yeah. So Enhanced Awareness. Use that.
No, sorry. I don't think you need to use it right now. You want to save those for when you absolutely need them, right?
Right. So we can, I want to keep my rocket boots. I have to do the Stark Tower in alter ego form.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that strength card stays on top so I can use it again for Pepper.
Correct.
So then the resource that I would use would be Suggestion, Repulsor Blast. All right. Yep.
So what I suggest, Repulsor Blasts are a great card on your second deck pass.
Second deck pass, okay.
Because again, you're still looking for a few pieces of armor.
Right.
Now, of course, you do have Stark Tower that you can just, get them back.
Right. Okay. So put that back. I didn't use it. That's good. Now I've got the Pepper Potts. She can use use that strength to give you the heroic intuition.
You want to give it on me, or you could put it on yourself, whichever feels best.
We both have the option to ready again. I'm setting at 2. So I can put it over here for now.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll do that.
I'll get my copy out. So whenever it comes out.
And then how about if I spend that last resource, the Repulsor Blast on the rocket boots? That'll give me +1 hit point. That'll put me up to 8. And now I can spend those enhanced awarenesses to get the aerial trait for that for those abilities later on.
Correct.
Or I could give it to myself now to do 2 extra damage for each of these gauntlets.
It's a good option.
Yeah. We have Ultron sitting at how much health currently?
31. So I just smacked him for 2. So if you want to give him a couple of love taps, go right ahead.
Let's do that. And we don't have any threat on any schemes anywhere.
No, we're good.
So I'll spend an enhanced awareness to give myself the aerial trait. We'll hit him for 4 for both of the powered gauntlets.
Yeah. So 4. So 31 goes down to 27.
Iron Man's going to hit him for 1.
Yeah. 26.
Already Iron Man. Hit him for another.
So you have an option here.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go down to alter ego
and heal up.
There you go. Why not?
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds like a great idea. I need to get some of that health back anyway.
So we have no threat on the main scheme. We already saw 1 advance and 1 Rage of Ultron go by.
Okay.
So that means, we actually saw 2 advances. So there's only 1 Rage of Ultron left in the deck, which means he only has 1 more way to scheme outside of his normal turn. So these are things that are fun to to be aware of as you're playing, because then it can decide, I know I'm not going to lose to advance. Both of them are here. And so this is one way that how I became a better player is by paying attention to the discard pile of the villain, knowing what is going away. So I know what's still left in his arsenal.
Gotcha. Yep. And I love that. Love being able to track that. So I do have that futurist ability. My draw deck is now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am going to deck myself anyway. So I may as well do the futurist ability, right? Yeah. Look at the top 3. So I got Helicarrier and I've got Rocket Boots. Check it out. Cool. Rocket Boots and Heroic Intuition. So how about I hang on to one of these, discard the Rocket Boots, and I can Stark Tower that Rocket Boots back into my hand. And then I can use that 1 resource to pay for the Rocket Boots. Gives me another hit point. And now I've got just about all I'm missing is my helmet now, I think.
There you go. And then you have to say it. When you get them all together, you go, I am Iron Man.
I will do that.
There you go. It's the only way to play Iron Man.
I like to build his suit over here on the sideboard too.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with War Machine. I just kind of left him hanging there for a minute.
Yeah,
right?
And just leave. So, you don't need to use him. We can save him for a rainy day. That's one of the great things about these allies. He's there. If we get swarmed by drones, guess what? He can just use his ability and clean all the drones. That's one of the things that I've also learned is allies are resources. Like they're useful. They all have their uses in different ways. So it's it's good to keep them in like for when you absolutely need them. 2, 4, 5. So I will also be decking out, and you are also decking out. So there's a good chance that we do advance here to the next stage, which is okay.
I mean, I'm not looking too bad after that first deck pass. I mean, I
might just get my shield. I might play without my shield.
I did get my helmet.
Oops, wrong game. Don't forget to use the PA. I don't know what that means, but that is one of your guys.
Yeah, that's old Ken. That's one of my buddies from Star Wars Destiny back in the day.
Oh, there you go. That's fun.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So first things first, we're going to add 2 threats to the main scheme. I'm in alter ego. Am I an alter ego? No, you're an alter ego.
I'm an alter ego.
You're an alter ego. There you go. So he's going to want to attack me first for 2. And you know what? I'm just going to block with squirrels. So 2, 3, 4.
Good. Get that out of here.
Well, it's because I have a make the call with the power of leadership.
That's great.
I'll just bring her right back and have some funsies. And then I will place the top card of my deck as a drone, which will attack me for 1, go to 10. Ultron will scheme for 2 against you. So that is going to take it up to 4. And then we each get an encounter card. So that's 2 each. My first one is biomechanical upgrades, which will surge into android efficiency. We each get a drone. Yeah, and you have one drone as well. And then my second card is, oh, well, there you go. Invasive AI. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. So there is 6 threat on there. So I lose. There goes my super surge serum again. Like I said, I probably won't play with my shield this game. And then your turn is, program transmitter. So now he gets a +1 scheme. And when he does scheme, he adds +1. And he adds 1 threat on each side scheme. And then, there they are, the upgraded drones. All right. So now these drones are 2/2s. So my play is not looking so good. All right. So you are first player, sir.
I am up a. So I have that futurist ability. Look at top 3 cards and add 1 to my hand. I'll do that. So I've got Nick Fury, for Justice, and I got the Strength card. Strength, Nick Fury. In my hand, I currently have the Mark V helmet, Energy, Follow, Daredevil, Avengers Mansion, and the Helicarrier. So how about I hang on to Nick Fury?
Well, if you put Nick Fury in your discard pile, I can just go and make the call for him and have some fun with that.
Yeah, I was thinking too that so if I put Nick Fury in my discard pile and I hang on to For Justice, then if I make the call and I grab Nick Fury, I'll have that Strength card on top. So Pepper Potts could use 2 resources sitting on top. Well,
so the other thing you can also do is keep the 2 doubles, and then you can play your mansion for 2 cards, which is super solid.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of really good options you have here.
Yeah, no, I was looking through here going, what am I going to do? There's so many good things to do. If you can keep 3 resources and get rid of this upgraded drones, then I can just bring back, or you can use War Machine to clear house. See, when we're talking about these situations there where we kind of got swarmed with minions. That's right. What does it take to get rid of that upgrade or that
1 of each, but only in hero form?
Takes 1 of each in hero form. So I would have that followed card, and I've got the Daredevil.
So you do have it. You just don't see it.
Yeah, I've got the enhanced awareness as well.
There you go. Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and put that Avengers Mansion on the table. And you said, do you need to draw a card for Avengers Mansion? Do you need that, or?
Well,
how are you looking over there?
I'm good. I'm just waiting to see what you're going to do. So
how about I'll go ahead and draw it. I'll go ahead and use it and see what I get.
Okay.
Interrogation room. After you defeat a minion, exhaust interrogation room, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Not bad. Is there anything left to do here in
one thing?
Alter Ego Former? Yeah. Did the Futurist action already. Stark Tower. Topmost tech upgrade. I don't have any tech upgrade in my discard pile.
But you have one in your hand.
I do. That's right. So the Mark helmet.
Correct.
Should I put followed on the board, or do you like interrogation room?
So what you could also put your helicarrier on.
Okay.
Or you could put
using Pepper Potts.
Like you could put helicarrier or Daredevil. You have some good options because with Pepper Potts.
Yeah, that's right. So Pepper Potts and
the Queen of the Doubles.
And the helmet then. That's right. So that'll put helicarrier out. And then I can use my Stark Tower to grab that helmet back. Then we will, I guess we'll flip at this point.
Yeah.
Flip. And now I've got the resources. Daredevil. Yeah, I've got the enhanced awareness, interrogation room, and Daredevil.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and that'll get rid of that attachment over there.
All right.
And I think I lose my enhanced awareness as well.
Correct.
Then it leaves me with one resource to put out my helmet. Helmet is out.
So if you want to play it in a different manner to have that mental resource on top, is you play your helmet first and then get rid of it. So then you're preparing yourself to have Pepper Potts have that mental for her next turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you see, you're planning to get your aerial.
Right.
And then we have a nice war machine. We can just.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll do that. War machine's going to blast everybody.
Okay, so this goes away, and then your drone, my drone, and Ultron takes one.
Pulsar blast gone. And you've got a helicarrier if you want it. Let me go ahead and do all my Ironman actions.
Yeah, so I will draw a card with the mansion. Hey, it's Hawkeye.
Okay. Ironman's going to, how much scheme is over there? We've got.
Okay, so there's 4 on the main, but with you can get rid of invasive AI on your own.
Okay, so I can do that with Ironman. I'll get rid of that. And then with the Mark V helmet, I'll remove a threat.
Yeah, off the main.
And we'll do damage for each gauntlet.
So 1 on my guy. Oh, well, there's Maria Hill. Oh,
no.
And then 1 damage on Ultron. He's down to 24.
Right. And then I can ready Iron Man, or did you do? Or did you
I removed 6 from this.
Okay, got it. Okay, good deal.
All right.
And I have heroic intuition, right? So
yeah, so that's why it was 3 and
took off 3 and 3. Very good. And you got a helicarrier if you want it.
Yeah, and I do get a helicarrier. So I'll use your helicarrier to play the Triskelion. Just might as well just put it down. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my helicarrier, my super soldier serum. So that's 2. And an Avengers Assemble to heroic strike for 6. So he's going to go down to 18, and we are going to stun our little friend.
All right.
I am then, unfortunately, going to exhaust and get rid of his program transmitter using Power of Leadership and make the call. I will do this all day by pitching Hawkeye. I will remove the 2 threats. I will flip down, use my apartment to draw a card. It's a shield block, which I don't need because I don't have a shield. And I'll keep this tenacity to play it again next turn. There we go. So we have 1 threat. So we might go to the next stage, but I think we should be good. All right. There's my Nick Fury. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the shield, finally. 2, 4, 5, and 6. So I can actually be Captain America.
All right, I've got 7 cards I can draw.
Oh, well, there you go. And that's great because when he schemes against me, you can actually use those emergencies to reduce that. That's so
right.
good.
I like it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Yep.
Yeah, we're money. So now it's just the point of just taking him out. So this is going to go to 3. He is stunned against you. He is going to scheme against me for 1 plus 0. So if you want, you can save that.
Nice.
It's only going up by 1. So that is 4. Okay. So you don't even need to use them.
Gotcha.
And then repair sequence. So it's going to surge into an assault. Now he will attack you for 2.
Okay. Attacking me for 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 1. And then you create a drone or place a threat. You can actually place a threat. It can go to 5.
All right. We'll put 1 on there.
There you go. And then my card is a gang up, which will surge into business problems. Oh, that's perfect. You get the flip down for free.
Okay. We'll do that. And I get to exhaust. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. And it's out of the game.
Okay.
Beautiful. And that was your first. You were first. So I get to be first. All right. Steve Rogers heals me up, draws me a card, go back to 11. The first ally is 1 cheaper. So I'm going to spend 3 to play Jolly Old Nick for draw 1, draw 2, and draw 3.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I have Avengers Mansion and Helicarrier too, if you need them.
I think I was going to give you my stuff. All right.
Oh.
All right. So I am going to Fearless Determination and draw a card. I have an honorary Avenger. There's no point of putting that on this guy. So I'm going to use my Shield Toss to play Captain America as a shield. All right. So now I thwart for 3. I'm going to spend a Strength to play another Tenacity. So I'm almost all set to have like my big explosive turn. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to heroic strike him for 6. Or if you want, if you give me your, actually, I can just use doesn't really matter. I'm going to punch him for 6 and stun him to go to 12.
Oh, he's stunned. Okay.
And he's stunned again. Nick Fury and myself will thwart for 5. So it's kind of sad. You don't even need to thwart. Your helmet is useless. Actually, Nick Fury is going to punch for 2. Well, I'm going to leave you 2 threat to have fun. And you can just use your thing. So Nick Fury is going to punch for 2, bring that to 10, and I can do this all day and punch for 2 again. So he's down to 8.
Down to 8.
And I will make you draw a card because 7 is not enough.
All right. I'll take that heroic intuition. That could just be a gift back to you. And I will use my Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And I got great responsibility. Yay. So now I can use that for my aerial whenever I'm in my hero form.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the Repulsor Blast, Mockingbird, Emergency, the Power of Justice, and Heroic Intuition. I'll use my Futurist ability to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, see if you can get something to...
Power of Justice followed, and for Justice. Wow, no side schemes on the board, but we do have the Power of Justice.
Let's do it.
Okay, hang on to that. How about if I use that Power of Justice to give you Heroic Intuition?
Christmas. I think we have threat under control. We're still on stage 1, which is insane.
It is nuts. I will. We don't have any drones at all on the table.
You could just try to go for damage.
That's nuts. Insane nuts. So how about, boy, I will deck myself if I do the Repulsor Blast.
That doesn't matter. At this point, we have the game, so we just might as well go in for kill.
Yeah. So let's just do I'll spend the Repulsor
need to change to hero form, though.
Yeah, I do need to flip up. Stark Tower does me no good. I've got, let's go ahead and put that Mockingbird on the table.
So Mockingbird, he's already stunned.
Already stunned, so she's not going to do me much good.
But you can save her for next turn, and then you can stun him next turn as well.
Yeah, we'll just hang on to her then. So Jessica Jones on the table.
Why not?
She does 2 attack, and then that'll put that Genius card on top for Pepper Potts.
Yep.
And then I don't have anything to spend 2 resources on. That's sad. Other than Mockingbird.
Or
so,
you could just go Ariel.
Yeah. Ariel. Could do that.
Yeah.
So we'll do 2 damage with the gauntlets each.
Yep. He's down to 4.
We'll ready Iron Man and we'll do another damage.
Down to 3.
No threat to lose.
Yep.
Jessica Jones attacks for 2.
He's down to 1. You want to flip him? Let's just do it. Let's just flip him.
The only way to do that would be to put out Mockingbird.
Yeah, whatever. We're good.
And then I can use a repulsor blast once he flips. Once he flips, we'll do. Do I have enough for all that? I don't have enough for all that. Yeah, I still got the helicarrier too.
Oh, you have more than enough.
So, that put out Mockingbird. And she's going to knock him for 1.
Yep. And he is out. We flip him to stage 2, which means he has 44 health. So I think we could probably take him out next turn.
Nice. I'll go ahead and use the repulsor blast.
Yep.
Discard top 5 cards of my deck, which I have 3. So far, I got 3 energies.
So there you go. And you get an encounter card. So that is 6 damage. He's down to 38.
Do I get to draw 2 more?
Nope. Because it's a discard effect.
Oh, it's a discard. Okay. Plus the 1.
7, right? So 37.
Yep.
Boom. All right. Ultron is like in panic mode. Do you understand why I was saying like I was pretty sure like even expert mode wouldn't have been too much of a hassle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, MODOK seems to be super scared of us because like I'm supposed to be playing a semi-strength and numbers deck. I have not kept an ally all game. Right, it's going to go to 3. He is stunned against me. He's going to initiate an attack against you. Oh, yeah, you have your 7 cards.
Yeah, do now. Yep, got him.
All right, so you're going to place a drone.
Okay.
Nick Fury will block for you for 4. Yeah, we had nothing that stopped us. And then encounter for me and double encounter for you. I get, there you go. Ultron's Imperative. So the first player is going to put 2 drones. So that is me. So they each get 1 here. That has 4 threat on it. And an extra encounter card. And you get 2 cards. First one is Rage of Ultron. All right. So this one. He wants to attack you again. This might be a good idea to use Mockingbird to block.
Okay.
So first things first, you do place a drone.
Okay.
Because it is a forced interrupt.
Very good.
So you have 2 drones in front of you. So now he's attacking for 4. Plus 1 is 5. And then you will discard 5 cards from the top of your deck.
All right. 5 damage.
And then last card is, there you go. An advanced Ultron drone. Finally, we got some guards. All right, so I'll call for an action. I'll play Fearless Determination to draw a card. And do you want some more cards?
Mockingbird, she was defeated, right?
Yeah, she was defeated.
Gone.
Here, let's give you some more potential. I'll make the call for Maria Hill as a call for an action.
Okay.
And I'll bring Maria Hill and we each get the draw card.
All right. Got the repulsor blast.
Sweet. And I'll let you play your turn.
Okay. Sounds great. I guess I will play that Repulsor Blast.
You do have a guard, so don't forget that you should go aerial and get rid of your guard first.
Got to take care of him first. How much health does he have?
He has 4 health. So
4
your
health.
little zappy things can take care of him.
Yep. So we'll
but
do
you
that.
do need to go aerial first.
Yep. We'll discard a great responsibility to go aerial.
You get another drone.
And another drone.
Yep.
Okay. I have 6 now, or 3.
You have 3.
And three drones. And you have how many? You've got.
I got 2. So if you want to use your pal War Machine, we could just take them all out.
Why don't we do that? We'll just knock them all down with War Machine. That's gonna knock him out though. That's fine.
Yeah. And now he is down to 36.
That's why he's here.
Yeah. Falcon and a lead from the front.
I'll use that Repulsor Blast. One resource to deal 5 cards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do 7 damage to Ultron.
He's down to 29.
And then we've got Nick Fury we could bring out.
Yep, he makes sense.
And should I just do 4 damage with Nick Fury, or?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well just do the 4 damage, right?
Yeah, down to 20, 29, 25.
2 more damage with Nick Fury.
23.
2 more damage with Jessica Jones.
21.
We've got 2 threat we'll remove from a scheme.
So no, we remove 1 from every scheme.
That's right. Because I have the aerials right. I might clean up some of the board here.
Yep, those are all gone.
Okay, and
yeah, Ken, 1 for 6. Well, it's actually 1 for 7. Ain't bad.
For justice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only 3 on the side scheme. So yeah, if you want to get rid of it for 3.
Let's get rid of the side scheme.
Which are with Pepper Potts?
I had Pepper Potts. I had the Daredevil and Pepper Potts.
Okay. Yeah. So he's down to 21.
And I don't have any cards left in my hand, so we'll do Iron Man twice.
Down to 19.
And I have the Avengers Mansion, but probably not using it.
All right. Well, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Yeah, that's fine. Go right ahead.
So I will take it. It's a double resource.
Wow. I wouldn't have imagined that we would have had this good of a time against Ultron.
So look what we did. So we controlled the threat. We had all the options to control threat.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see how much we alternated going to alter ego, going to hero?
Yeah.
So what that does is it gives us a chance to build faster and yet still control threat. Like I wasn't even afraid if this was going to pop. Worst thing is we just add 2 more threat because we have 2 characters that are very strong. They could have managed all the threat. So you don't even need to put more drones. But in case that we did put more drones, look at what you had. You had War Machine. I have Squirrel Girl. We had ways to get rid of the drones, like in like a simple wave. And that is the hardest thing to do versus Ultron. Actually, this should have been shuffled back into my deck. But I do have that +1 thwart until the end, which doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be thwarting. I will use my Avengers Mansion now to draw a card. Oh, well, there you go. And now I have a +2 thwart and draw another card. Wow, all the resources. All the resources. All right, so I will Helicarrier and a Genius to play 13 to remove the 2 threats. I will strengthen numbers to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I will spend 2 to play a 3rd tenacity. And then I'm going to spend 3 to heroic strike him for 6 and a stun. He's down to 13. And then I will punch him for 2, down to 11. And I will let you take him out with a repulsor blast. So even you see I didn't even need to use my tenacities, but if ever I needed to, they were there, you know. I could have just readied, but I was looking for like lead from the front so I could attack for 3 or an Avengers Assemble, but it didn't come out. But it's still, just because it didn't come out this time doesn't mean we play another game and then that synergy doesn't come in effect. You understand?
Right. Yep.
So, you know, that's why, that's like I said, sometimes right now we were such in control that we didn't really need to rush. All right. All right, so here we go. Draw 3. I draw my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, I have a shield block.
Nice.
And in what your hand is actually pretty good because all your mental stuff is out.
Right.
There you go. So all the mental cards are out of your deck. So now if you do get a lightning repulsor blast,
right,
and we'll make you draw the cards to make sure that you can get it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So we're adding 2 threat to the main, which there's nothing on it. You are first player. Do you want to just block with Nick Fury?
I will block with Nick.
All right, so don't forget that you do get a drone that comes into play.
That's right.
And then he attacks you for 4. And then that drone pings you for 1.
Knocks me down to 2.
What? You have 2 health?
That's 2 health, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. What are you doing?
I don't know.
All right, and then he's going to initiate an attack against me. He's going to place a drone. And then he's going to, oh, there you go. I should have blocked, but he's going to attack me for 6. But I do have a shield block, which will make me exhaust my shield and retaliate. He's down to 10. He also gets an acceleration token. And we shuffle up. That drone is going to ping me for 1, down to 10, die to my retaliate.
Now MODOK's going to show up.
Yeah, because it's the last turn.
He always shows up right there.
He shows up, but the thing is,
hey guys, what's up?
What?
He's like, hey guys, what's up?
What's up, dude? You're late to the party again, MODOK. Again. Gang up. So he wants to attack you again. So, so what I'm going to do. So here's the deal. He does. You do have to place a drone.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you do have to place a drone. So now you have 2 drones in front of you.
So I should block this, maybe? Yeah.
No. I will throw. Well, if you want, just throw Jessica Jones in front.
Okay, Jessica Jones in front of Ultron.
Yeah. And then block one of the drones. Or actually, I could just block with both of my allies. Actually, just take one, and I'll block the other one.
Okay.
So you're down to 1, but you don't get any more encounter cards, so you're fine.
And that's a retaliate, right? You get a retaliate on that drone, or
no. This is, so one of them you block with your own gal.
Gotcha. Yep.
So you block for 1 with your Iron Man, and so you exhaust their Iron Man to block for 1, and just take 1, and it won't matter because we're gonna kill him.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then mine is an advanced drone plus a man out of time. All right. Well, I will discard and go down. Get rid of it. And then Steve's apartment, draw a card. There's a shield toss. All right, I'll take care of this clown.
Do it.
All right, I'm going to reduce by 1, by 2, by 3, and I'll just keep Squirrel Girl. So for 4, I'm going to play Nick Fury, draw 3, 1, 2, and 3. I have 2 shield tosses. All right, I will flip up. Nick Fury is going to deal 2 damage to the drone. And then I am going to bring in Squirrel Girl, which is going to deal a damage. And then Squirrel Girl is going to kick out Nick Fury and kill my drone to give me another drone. And she's going to kill your drones. And 1 damage to Ultron. So he's down to 9. And then, I will do this all day, and I will punch for 2, down to 7, pitch Heroic Intuition, Tenacity, do this all day. He's down to 5. Use my Serum, do this all day, and punch for another 2. He's down to 3. Maria Hill will punch my drone for 1. I keep losing all my lead from the fronts, and we'll remove all the threat. And all you need to do, sir, is 3 damage, and the game is ours.
Okay. So how about let's just.
Oh wait, you get to draw a card from the mansion.
Okay, drawing Mockingbird, and I got another mansion. I'll draw a card. So 4 Justice. I cannot get my Repulsor Blast. That's all right. I'll just use both of my gauntlets. I'll discard that mental. Go aerial, hit with a gauntlet, hit with another gauntlet, and Iron Man toast. I had no idea that. Let me ask you a question, Steve. So I didn't get into the game until Hulk was released. Whenever Hulk got released, I was like, okay, I'll play now. And so I wasn't around whenever the core set and then those first heroes popped. But from that core set to those first 2 heroes that popped, did that make a marked change to the game? Like right now, we're just using core set and Captain America, and it seemed like we handled Ultron pretty handily. So maybe if you could tell me how it was back then, if you were in the game back then, right?
I started a few months after the game was released.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it was, like I said, it was super fun back then. Like I got hooked after my first game. Like I was like, this is the best game ever. What the hell I've been doing? Why am I playing Magic the Gathering when this game is so much better? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's just, yeah, I think with my old age, my 40 something years, I was done with the competitiveness. I was just annoyed of always playing versus games. And when Marvel Champions came out, and I had a little bit of experience with Marvel Legendary, which I did enjoy. I tried the DC deck builder first. That was my initiation to deck building. And that game was fun, but it got old quick. It was just like, all right, well, if I get the Superman card with 5 stars, well, I win the game. So I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't like that. I like Legendary because you're cooperative, still deck building, but you're trying to fight the bad guy, which makes more sense instead of just fighting each other. So I love that. And then when I saw Champions, I sold Legendary, and I was like, this is the game. This is the game that makes me feel like I'm Cap. I'm Spider-Man. Man, I love She-Hulk. I'm like, I felt powerful. I was playing these games, and I was like, man, this is so much fun. I want to play again. And that's what it is. But I've never really had trouble beating Ultron. Even with the core guys, Spider-Man was the most difficult one. Because I tried to play every, when the game started, playing every scenario with the modular and with the all right, let me see what I can do with a Spider-Man Justice deck. So Spider-Man Aggression was probably the best one but I started playing Expert way too early. And then I started going Heroic way too fast. And I was like, okay, well, and that created some frustrations. The card pool just wasn't there. Especially when Mutagen came out, I was just playing Spider-Man, Mutagen, Heroic, and I was like, and then I was playing Iron Man too. I was like, wow, that's just too fast. So that Heroic was fun. It's like I said, I don't mind the Heroic. It was okay, but it was just too much. And especially with everything that Surge is now, I'm just like, I'm done with Surge.
Right. So do you like the new standard too? Do you like
with certain villains, like right now, if I'm deck building, because I do like to deck, that's one of my favorite parts about this game. Is just like, I'm like, all right, this card came out. Who can I make it work with? What can I do with this card? And how can I just share that love for this card and then just make it into a deck? So the one I'm really trying to work on right now is Fluid Motion. And it's trying to find some characters that make sense with Fluid Motion. And there's not a lot. The reason why Nova obviously makes the most sense if there's a lot of minions and if you have Into the Nova Force. Obviously, that was just like super well designed. But then aside from Nova, who else can I play with this? And I was thinking Quicksilver might be good for that. But Quicksilver doesn't really have any attack events. So I was like, all right, so now I have to put attack events in my card to be able to ready him. So then I was like, what are the cheapest attack cards? Get Over Here. It's a 0 cost attack card. Sweet. And then I get to ready. So then I was like, okay, so Quicksilver is probably the best bet, but Gamora has these 0 cost attack cards, which could trigger. So I could have 5 0 cost attack cards in my Gamora deck to trigger those Fluid Motions. But my problem with Gamora, she doesn't ready. So that's there. So that you see where so then I have to play Tenacities. So I can make a deck because I can make Tenacities and I can put the enhanced physiques in the deck, but then I don't have enough events. So it's a lot of combinations to try to make a card work. And I think that's where I think some of the more expert players or more, I'll call them more efficiency players, just where they just, the goal is to win and win efficiently. There's the ones that, I count myself as a very good player, but I like to win thematically. Like I like to do my little setup and, all right, so this one, like my Captain America aggression deck, well, basically I want to shield toss 10 minions. And I don't win until I shield toss 10 minions in one turn. And that is how I like to do it. Bahamut, I want Fluid Motion to be good so bad. I know, but we got to be patient because it's probably going to be good with some characters. There's a lot of new characters that are coming. The X-Men are coming. So that can just be a card for, it might just be in the future, because they already talked about Cyclops and then we have Colossus. So we'll see. Yeah. And I think the fun part for me when I started playing the game was, all right, can I make a deck in every aspect for every hero? And that's one of the things I used to do when I used to get the precons is like, all right, I want to make a busted deck with, like, I want to make this guy work in protection. I want to make Thor in protection work. But now it's super good because Thor has that ever vigilant now and stuff. It's even better. So there's been a lot of cards for aerial support. So then you're like, oh, now I can include that in my deck building strategies. So that's the thing is the possibilities of creating decks is just pretty much infinite at this point. It's just, there's a new card that gets released. How do we make it work? Who can make it work? That doesn't need to. And I think that's the thing. And I think when I see these, like, oh, what's my top aggression cards? Like all these videos about rankings, I'm like, ranking is garbage in this game. It has nothing to do. Like there's so many ways that a character can be played.
Right.
That ranking is just like somebody's opinion of who gives a shit. I'm like, that's what you like, great. That's not what I like. But like I said, but a lot of folks do enjoy. Now, my issue with those ranking videos is a lot of times it becomes a mob mentality of, oh, well, this is garbage. Why is it garbage? Because that guy said so? Did you even try to make the card work? Did you see it? Like, that's the thing is like, there's cards like, oh, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense now. Like Warning, look at that card, Warning. This was a dud card for the longest time, but Ghost Spider came out. Warning is a great card. It's a free ready. It's a zero cost, ready, prevented damage, ready Ghost Spider. I'm like, there's no bad cards in this game. They're just like, we haven't thought about it. Stuff we haven't thought about.
That's what we were talking about earlier. I was like, I like the fact that we were playing in this limited format. It's like, what can we do with these we don't normally play with? Like, I don't typically, it didn't really come into play much here, but I wanted that, emergency card or whatever to work, but it's like, well, I didn't need it because we had the board state info. If things would have been a little bit differently, if we would have drew like a doomsday chair where we would have got a whole lot of extra boosts, then that would have came into play. But I do like, I've always liked to try to take like the underdog stuff and try to make it fun, and make it and find the busted thing even in the weakest cards, So I like that. I like that challenge too. So that's kind of why I like playing limited format. And I do love to play with the precons. Yesterday I was playing Nova against Thanos with his precon deck. Thanos beat me, and I was like, how did he beat me? I'm gonna try this again, and I just ran out of gas, so I didn't get to play it again. But I'm interested to try to beat Thanos with that Nova deck.
So standard, the thing is Thanos, he hits like a ton of bricks. So the precon only had 2 allies. So that is one of the big weakness of the precon for aggression. It only gave you access to 2 allies. Yep. Plus he's got Miss Marvel, but Miss Marvel, you don't really want to block with her. Plus you have the added difficulty of the Infinity Stones. So Thanos is going to be a challenge if you want to stick to where you at without even a bit of deck construction.
But I'm like, let's see if I could beat Thanos first with a lesser deck. With the precon, it's kind of like it's a good blend, but it just kind of introduces more cards. It's expensive. It's an expensive kind of deck to play with, I think, but it's fun. But this game it was kind of advertised as being a simple game, but I didn't find it simple early on, especially like trying to play Hulk against Claw, like one of my first games. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play with the Hulk, and I just get handed to me by Claw. It's definitely a lot different than games I played before. I played thousands of games of Legendary. I've got like almost the whole entire collection of Legendary, and for years that was like my go-to solo game was Legendary, and so I really, really have a lot of fondness to Legendary. But now it's been in the closet now for how long? Ever since I started kind of getting back into it. And it took me a while to start to really like this game, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I came from a competitive background. So back in 95, I got married, and that it just so happens like that same month, my buddy brought over Star Wars Decipher, and he goes, hey, let's try this out. And I was like, oh no. And so we got hooked, and we played that. We played Star Trek from Decipher, and then I went to Hero. So I've been with Marvel for a long time with Hero Clicks, got a whole closet full of Hero Clicks, and then Dice Masters, and then Destiny came out. And so between Star Wars and Marvel and Star Trek, that's like the last 25 years of my gaming. And most of it's competitive. So I would go to the game store and play in a competitive arena, or go to Gen Con or whatever and play in competitive games. So the pandemic forced me inside. It kind of like almost forced me into retirement from competitive games. It's not playing against this game where I'm playing by myself, and I'm like, why is it beating me? What am I not seeing here? Yeah. And one of the other reasons why I put off getting into this game as early as I did is because I was so steeped in Destiny, Star Wars Destiny, which was a Fantasy Flight game. Yeah. And then all the content creators and everybody started like streaming across the street to come play Marvel Champions. And I was like, wait, guys, we're over here. We're playing Destiny. And they're like, nah, we're done with that. They're done with that game. We're going over here. So I kind of resented Marvel Champions there at the beginning a little bit. So, but then finally one of my friends, he's like, hey, let's play. And I was like, okay. And I will say that I got somewhat hooked because it was a game that I had to try to wrap my brain around playing. But now I just really enjoy it, just casually. I just enjoy it. So, but
and that's a great way. That's just a great way to see the game. It's just like it's not meant to be competitive, right. And good on the designers to give us the option. If you want to make it like hair pulling out, like eye gouging, frustration, play expert 2 against anything. Like just it's a challenge. Like even we were playing I think our last game with Brant, we were playing the absorbing clown. Just, and this is one of the easiest villains, but you throw in expert 2 in there and it's a whole new ball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What modular did you use?
What did we use? I think he used a couple of weird modulars. Oh no, we had Sinister Assault and the Wrecking Crew. But what's fun with that guy is putting in the brutes, all the brutes. So there's Double Trouble there, the one that stuns and confuses there, Mandrill, and I don't know, Ape Face. I don't know what their names are, but yeah, those guys. And then Dr. Jekyll. And then you're adding those guys, plus you're adding the Wrecking Crew. So it's all brute minions that are super strong. And they all have like 3 boost icons. So when he schemes for a lot. When he attacks for a lot. So that's really, really fun. So, hey guys, if you're in the chat, you have some final questions. I'm going to wrap it up because I get up at 5 a.m. So, Bill, it was again, super fun game.
Yeah. Nice hanging out. You know what? I didn't trust myself to want to try to play expert, but man, I think now I want to after the way we were able to pull that off. But you know, a lot of the suggestions you gave me were really good ones in the game, ones that I didn't necessarily see right away. So I always learn whenever I play with you. So thanks for that.
I'm happy. Again, it's just here's my suggestion. If you have cost reducers in your hand, so you know the cards that generate resources, those are good long term. So if you get them, like there's 2 ways you can look at the board, and then you see, well, there's no side schemes, there's no threat, there's no minions. What do? Build. Mm-hmm. Just try to build any way possible. See how you can build.
Yep.
Put build cards. If you don't have any build cards, discard. When did I start playing my Captain America's Heroic Strikes? I was at the end of my deck. Why? Because look, I put an Avengers Mansion turn 1. I put this turn 1. I sacrificed my shield turn 1. I'm like, okay, whatever. I put stuff that advanced us. It gives us 2 extra cards. It's basically an Avengers Mansion, a Helicarrier. It's a +2 hand size every turn. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? It gives me more chance to do this. Great way of ending a night, watching you guys play and talk about champions. Oh, thanks, Kyle. He's one of your guys. Yeah. I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
Kyle is one of the ones that watches your stuff all the time.
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Well, Kyle.
I think so.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway, I invited new players in that wanted to kind of see the game kind of at its core. So
yeah, I should get on that Discord. Me and social media is not the best. And like I said, I already advertise on the Facebook group. So
yeah,
if I start advertising in Discord, people are going to hate me everywhere. So
yeah.
But what I do is if people like what I see and they like the channel and they like these Beyond the Precon videos, that's kind of what I want to focus on. New players, and then become when somebody asks, hey, I'm a new player, what should I do? And I want it to be like, oh, go check out Steve's the building games, like go check out Steve's or beat the game for, this is new player, like good stuff for new players. Like what can you do? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of focusing on. I did the expert thing. I did the like super advanced challenges and crazy challenges for the longest time, and I know it gets some good views, but this was a first time over here. Oh, okay, first time live. All right, well, great, thanks, man. We appreciate you coming.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, so there you go. So now it's just for me. It's just like, you know what? Let's help. I've had my fun. Like I love this game still. So now I'm just trying to share the passion to make other people enjoy it, because as you said, one of the hardest things sometimes is like it gets confusing with the rules. And as new characters get released, they're just going to add that more complexity, because they do want to try to keep it mainstream, but they still want to keep it interesting in some. So putting in some extra mechanics is going to,
keep us here, keep us around,
because if it's always the same thing, then you're just changing skins. Then at one point, then you're like, well, okay, I've done it. I've went around. Even I was thinking, like, I don't know if I'm going to keep going. Like, I don't know if it's still 3 years in the future. I'm like, man, that's going to be a lot of damn cards. That's going to be a big card pool. At one point I would be like, when is enough? When is enough? I get inspired by Jim Carrey. I don't know if you ever heard his final speech.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to, because, it's Hollywood, Hollywood's always about, what are you doing next? And what's coming up? What are you doing? What's your project? He says, I'm done. I've done enough. I set what I had to do. I did what I wanted to do. I'm not saying I'm never coming back. I'm just saying, if there's something that, if there's a story that I enjoy, I really hope he comes back for another Sonic, because man, he's so fun in that.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, Sonic. Oh man. Like, I'm not a big video game fan. Especially the most video game movies are garbage, but Sonic is refreshingly fun and like video game accurate. It was fun to watch. I watched it with my kids, and I was like, I'd watch that again. It was super fun.
Well, I'll have to check it out based on that recommendation. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
so there you go.
Well,
so guys, thanks. Yeah.
Hope everybody had a nice time in the chat over there, or
yeah,
they were watching along with us. And we'll do it again.
Yeah, somebody says I have to figure out how to make Twitch work, because that's another way some like people like to watch Twitch. Yep. And I don't know what else. I'm too old. I'm too old for that. I need a young buck here that just knows all how to work all this technology stuff. And
you're raising them. So
there you go.
Well, good seeing you. Take care, bud.
All right, bud. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching us. Keep on playing Marvel Champions. From my co-host Bill, the board game lawyer. Check out his channel on YouTube. And you can check out my channel too at Beat the Game. So obviously you're here. So you're already checking it out. Have yourselves a good night, guys.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.